Thursday, the 12th of June, and I welcome you to my channel, SusyBLiving. I am going to give you my schedule, my sowing and growing schedule for the rest of the week. Thursday 13th, Friday 14th, Saturday 15th and Sunday the 16th of June, and what moon phases are coming up as well. So let's start. Thursday the 13th is another fruits day on the moon phase calendar, and I am not sowing anything, as you know, and because if you watched me on Sunday, you'd see that today was a fruits day on the moon phase calendar. If you do want to sow anything, please get your dwarf beans, French beans in, because they will grow very fast. I would show you my tray of dwarf French beans, but they're actually outside in the veggie pod because I was just in the middle of filming what I'm planting in my veggie pod for summer, and the rain came down. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to do this video instead. The other thing that you could sow are courgettes, and I do have a tray of courgettes down here, which I shall show you. I've just watered them. There. So these were sown back in May. They're very slow because it has been very cold here and very wet. So they'll be fine. They'll grow nice and fast. And they are the same courgettes as the ones behind me and the ones that you saw at the beginning of the this video, and they are the Zephyr courgettes. I've also got two normal green ones, and they are Ambassador. They're also my favorite. Okay, so that's sowing. For transplanting, so I could transplant out these courgettes if I wanted to. I wouldn't put them in the ground yet because, like I said, it's too cold, so I'll transplant them up a pot. If you've got any squash that you want to put out and get anything, and I'm talking about winter squash, the squash where the skin cures, then you have to get them in as soon as possible, especially if you're in a zone, same zone as me, which is zone 8 or colder, because you won't get any squash, I should think. Well, you might get one or two decent ones, but anyhow, it might be worth a try. Who knows? We could have a great rest of the summer. You never know. Tomatoes, I'm still getting all my tomatoes out, so they're going in. Remember my grafted tomato debacle? Well, they're all going into my pots now. The grafted tomatoes all have come good. I showed you them, I think it was in Sunday night's video. So they're all coming good. They're coming out now, thank goodness, because I did pay a fair bit of money for those grafted tomatoes, so I'm hoping for a really good harvest. What other tomatoes have I got? Nothing really, just some tumblers that I'm going to put in pots. The rest of them are behind me in pots. Sweet corn. Here is my sweet corn, and I've had a thought. So if you've got sweet corn looking like this, and you need to get it out into the ground, sweet corn really does not like the cold. So I have a little polytunnel over at the allotment. It's 5 foot long by 4 foot wide. So it just fits over a normal bed that I've got. So my beds are all 4 foot over there, and it's like half the bed. So what I'm going to do is, with these sweet corn, I am going to plant half of them, cover them with the polytunnel. Once they're starting to get established, I'll then plant the other half and cover them with the polytunnel, and they should be fine then. So, see, you've got to come up with all these ideas. So that's my sweet corn. Any beans? I've got some more climbing beans here. These are my runner beans here, and my French beans here. These are the purple ones, Cos Violette. They're a little bit dry, I've just watered them. They can go over as soon as possible. I've got some French beans already in the ground over at the allotment, but they're really slow. I mean, they haven't died, but they're really, really slow. I nearly fleeced them the other day, and then I thought, no, they have to get on with it. So I'm just going to put everything in the ground now. What else have I got? Chilies and Chilies and peppers are still on the go that I'm potting. So my whole emerald greenhouse has been potted up with my chilies and peppers. And actually, we might do the next sowing and growing for the week in that greenhouse so I can show you them. And cucumbers, I'm bringing them out slowly, and I'm going to put these little ones that I've got here, these tiny little ones, in pots, and the other ones just can wait until I take them over to the allotment in the greenhouse. So that's my transplanting. Weeding and maintenance, my beans obviously. Peas, I've got to get into my peas. I've got some Mange 2 or Mange 2 and sugar snap peas, and I have to do a little bit of weeding in there, but they're producing beautifully. They love this weather. They absolutely love it. So that's those. The broad beans I'm going to pick. So the ones here in the pots are finished. The broad beans on the allotment need to be picked, and they'll probably be finished then as well. So that will give me an extra bed. Peas, I said, the courgettes I've got, yeah, and just daily, you know, feeding my tomatoes, making sure that I'm doing that properly, and my peppers and my chilies. I do have fruit setting on my peppers, thank goodness. So it means that that greenhouse, if I just keep it closed at the moment, it is warm enough. So that's my fruits. Friday the 14th of June is a flowers day, actually. It's the only flowers day this week. And I am going to be sowing, and I am sowing my purple sprouting broccoli. This is the broccoli that we have mainly during the hungry gap. So April, really kind of end of March, April, and then into May. And this is our kind of main flowering brassica for the winter, because it is completely winter hardy, unlike things like calabrese or cauliflowers. So I'm going to be doing claret, that is the later variety, and I'm going to be doing red fire, that is the earlier variety. So I'm going to be doing 6 plants of each. They are big plants, purple sprouting broccoli. So 6, if I do 12 plants, that will actually cover a full bed of mine over at the allotment. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a white cauliflower this time called Clapton. It's an F1, and it's also clubroot resistant. So if you have problems with clubroot, then that's the one to try. So I'm going to do 6 of those. I'm going to do 6 clubroot resistant calabrese, the green broccoli called Monclano, and I'm going to do 6 of my favorite, which is called Marathon. We've still got a tiny bit of broccoli, the calabrese, left in the fridge here at home, and my little purple cauliflowers are starting to come good now too. So that's excellent. So that's my sowing for flowers. Transplanting, I've already got some calabrese, little seedlings, and they're going to be transplanted into 9-centimetre pots, and then they will go over to the allotment. And I've also got some cauliflowers as well. So I'm going to do the same. And weeding and maintenance, the only flowering brassica I've got at the moment is the cauliflowers. So I've got 2 left in the greenhouse over at the allotment, and I have about 4 underneath some mesh netting on the allotment. That's that. Saturday the 15th and Sunday the 16th of June are both roots days, and also Monday, just to let you know. So you've got 3 days. I am going to be sowing some carrots. My winter carrots I've already sown, but I want some carrots to have as salad carrots in the winter. So I'm going to sow some sugar snacks. They are a lovely carrot. They're very thin. They grow very fast. They are usually my summer carrots that I have, but I have so many other carrots I didn't bother with them this year. And so I'm going to do a few troughs of sugar snacks so that I've got them in the winter as well. That's all I'm sowing. For transplanting, I have some kohlrabi that I want to put in the kitchen garden here at home. They need to be transplanted out, and they're going to go direct because they're quite large, the seedlings. That's it. Weeding and maintenance. So I continue with the shallot bed over at the allotment. As the shallots are ready, I'm picking them. The red onions exactly the same, and I just want to weed in amongst my second early potatoes and my main crop potatoes, and just see how they're going. They looked okay. I was there 2 days ago at the allotment. They did look okay. Well, that's one thing that's doing really well this year is potatoes. I think it's the amount of water they're getting. We just have to hope that when it does warm up, that it doesn't stay as moist and damp in the air, because then that's the blight time. What else have we got? Beetroot. Though I have the last roots day, I checked the beetroot in the greenhouse on the allotment. I'm going to leave it in there still for the moment. The beetroot here in the garden here is slower, much slower, but it's still looking fine. Radish, I've got my veggie pod, little veggie pod, medium veggie pod, I should say, full of radish. They're just now starting to form. They've been very, very slow, but they're okay, which is good. And I need to weed in amongst my carrots as well. Oh, and I've got parsnips come up in the garden, so I just need to weed in amongst that. The big thing that I have to deal with is my garlic. I'm not going to wait until midsummer to pull it. I'm going to pull my garlic this weekend because I don't think it's going to grow anymore, and the rust just set in, and I don't think I can look at it anymore. So I pulled a couple of bulbs. One was very small, but it had already formed into cloves, and the other one was bigger and it formed into cloves. So I think I'm just going to pull everything. I might leave the elephant garlic because that's still looking good. No rust on the elephant garlic. So that they're going to have to, I think they're going to have to come out, which is unfortunate, but there you go. And that is my week. So, are you still sowing anything? That's interesting. What are you sowing? Let me know down below in comments. Where are you in the world that you're sowing? Are you on the Southern Hemisphere, and is it winter there for you? What are you sowing in the winter? It's always very interesting. I'll tell my mum. She was sowing, if you are interested and you are from the Southern Hemisphere, Mum has just sown her, she loves radicchio and she loves endive as well. And she's sown all of those. She did those on a leaves day and they've all germinated. She's very happy about that. What else did she put in? She put in some radish, and my mum's in Victoria. It's not super, super warm. It's not a tropical area. And that all came up, and that's doing really well as well. So I must ask her what else she's sowing. I don't think she said she was doing anything else because her garden is more or less planted up now for the winter. So she's eating quite a lot of kale. I think she gave me the kale bug, that we love kale all year round. So that's it. All right. I will see you on Sunday night for your next installment of what is coming up next week, and for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. Now that it's stopped raining, I think I'm going outside to finish videoing my what I am planting up my veggie pod for summer. And yeah, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and you will get subscriptions, which is absolutely fantastic. And I just wanted to thank everybody as well for subscribing to me and for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I've just reached my first milestone on YouTube, which is fantastic. And I'm really excited to be doing a lot more content for YouTube in the future. So I'm going to do shorter videos, like 10-minute videos of all different types of subjects. If there's anything that you would like me to do a video on, please let me know below as well. And yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I love YouTube. I love it, love it, love it. It is my favorite platform, social media platform. So I will see you on Sunday. See you later. Bye.